Talking about Home Building 101, and this week we're taking a look at something that you may find very interesting. There's a lot of difference between brick, stucco, stone, and all your home exteriors. The price points vary greatly as well. Here with some information, we have Brian Robertson from Robertson Construction in this week's Home Building 101. It's been a while since we've been back out on the lot, and you can see the updated progress on our house. Everything is coming along great. This is Brian Robertson from Robertson Construction. Brian, I'm glad we coordinated our outfits today.
We did. Well, I mean, that's the most important thing.
Looking sharp.
The house can wait, gotta look good.
Half zip, same color jeans, looking all good. Tell us about what's going on inside here, Brian.
Well, we got people all over the place in there. We got plumbers, electricians, got mechanical guys putting in your air conditioning units. Framer's gonna have to come back and put your windows in as soon as they get in.
But what we don't have is we don't have the exterior. We don't have the brick. We don't have the stucco. And I think a lot of people want to know, when you work with a builder, how do you pick out your exterior? How do you go about that, Brian?
Well, for me, the easiest way to do it is to go around and look at houses, get me some addresses. I can send my people out. That way you can see a whole big wall instead of going to a company and looking at a little bitty small piece and going, that's what I want, because it's going to look different. Because these brick they're not all the same. Some of them have some color patterns in them and all, so you got to look at the whole picture.
Well, let's drive around and find some stuff we like.
Sounds like a good deal.
Brian, when talking about exteriors, there's basically, 5, 6 different type of wall surfaces that you can choose. What are those?
Well, you can have brick, you can have stone, you can have stucco, you can have vinyl. The hardy board, which is a fiber cement product, which makes it look like wood, which is your 6th one, which is wood if you really want some maintenance, or you're in the historic district where they force you into using wood these days.
Well, you told Katie and I to go drive around, so I said, why don't we go to some neighborhoods that are out of our price range, see what the big boys are doing. And we came here, and this house behind us is really cool. What are we looking at here, Brian?
Well, on this house, you've got a mixture of brick, stone, and stucco. They even threw a little copper on the roof, if you can look at that, and that's a pretty penny, is the copper stuff.
Yeah.
But that's how I like doing it, using a little mixture of all of it if you can.
And we came back to you and we said we really like the stone, and you told us if you want to do that, you may need to extend your offer a little bit because that's out of our price point. Tell us a little bit about the different price points.
Well, what you have is when I use basic material prices, you're looking at brick, you can figure somewhere around $5, $6 a square foot of wall surface. Your stucco will be about $7, $8 a foot. Stone will be like $16. Hardy board is a little more comparable to brick, depending on how many arches and things you have. And wood can get kind of expensive just because of what you have to do to put it on and paint it, everything else.
Brian, the house you're building for Katie and I is mainly brick with a little bit of stucco. This house behind us is kind of the opposite, but nevertheless, we like the way this one looks. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, you're looking at a brick that's very similar to yours. It's got the ivory mortar like yours is going to have in it. It's got that kind of old world stucco that you want to have, which has got like a swirl to it, which is kind of hard. The stucco guy has to be really good to get that. And it's hard to guarantee what it's going to look like until you actually see it and get it all dried out, because it's going to dry differently.
We thought that was pretty cool, though. We like that it wasn't kind of like one solid color. It had, as you said, that old world look to it. So this is basically the concept we're going for our exterior.
Well, here we are, Joe, where I buy most of my bricks from, my shingles. A lot of times I get drywall from this particular company, but now you can see why I would rather you go to a house that's built and you can look at a big wall and see what it looks like instead of looking at these little small samples, because it's hard to tell the difference between what it's going to look like with what mortar and what brick you have going. One other cool thing is that you can get some bricks, and most people don't know about this, you can get them, they're reclaimed bricks, where you take the old bricks off an old house that somebody's tore down, like a 1910, 1895 house, and you can buy them. They're kind of pricey, but they're a really cool brick if you can afford it. We talked about shingles, Joe, and a big thing about shingles is the same thing with bricks. You can come and you can take this shingle and you look at it like this, you flip it over on one of these charts, and it's hard to tell what a whole roof's going to look like, so you want to look at it on a house. You need to be conscious about how big is the shingle, how many square feet is the actual cover. Certain brands, they say they're selling you a square, and if you don't know, they're kind of shorting you a little bit. The shingles that we use actually covers 1 square covers 100 square feet.
We're going to take a week off so you guys can drywall our house, and then we're going to talk about how you choose those paint colors inside. So we're heading back to the lot in a couple of weeks, so we hope you'll join us then for Home Building 101. All right, and if you have any more questions about how to choose your exterior or any other questions about building a custom home, feel free to contact Brian Robertson and the folks at Robertson Construction. The number and his email are on our website, so go check that out. Time now for some more fantastic food in the kitchen.